I developed a method that is called face healing method. And I put face yoga, reflexology, acupuncture, mindfulness, and lymphatic drainage all at once. Why?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Bien, bien, muy bien, muy bien. Welcome and thank you for joining me on my for being a guest on my podcast. I've been really looking forward to this one, and thank you for joining me. Just a little bit of introduction to who I have on my guest, who I have on my podcast today is just someone who was very special to us ever since we've come to Canada, and just somebody who's just been a super positive person in our lives. So help me welcome in with me on the podcast today, lymphatic massage certified trainer, facial paralysis survivor, and number one facial yoga practitioner. Please help me in welcoming Carolina Yarinova. Did I say that correct?
Yes, Carolina Florinova.
Perfect. Thank you. Awesome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I was looking forward to be here too.
Amazing. So, should we get straight into it? And let's discuss why you got into the term lymphatic. What was it? What was your driving force to get into that kind of practice?
I discovered lymphatic drainage by accident. I had a Bell's palsy 8 years ago, and I didn't know that there's a virus that maybe we all have, that when our immune system is down, it can produce a Bell's palsy or a facial paralysis. And the thing is that our lymphatic system is in charge of collecting all the bacteria, virus, cell cancer cells, and in our systems, and it cleans everything in our body. So I didn't know that, and I experienced like the whole symptoms of the Bell's palsy. And when I was trying to recover, because I live in Guatemala, I studied everything that it was available, like reflexology. I studied massage, like acupuncture, lymphatic for face and body. And also, I studied face yoga. So I became first something that I was specialized in for my recovery. And then I start sharing with other people or my knowledge, because I just found out that not only is like a huge awareness for the Bell's palsy and facial paralysis, also for our health, and also because it's like gives you this glow and beauty in your body and body and your body and face, that people really really like, that people really really love the results.
Right, right. Yeah, it's not something I've been aware of until I met you. And you've given us the exposure to lymphatic drainage and face yoga. Um, so I guess my next question would be um, like you said, how has it been for you overall? Just practicing these uh, techniques every day. How has it improved your life?
One of the things that I noticed is that after my Bell's palsy, I was recovering all the movements in my face, and willing to, I was looking better, but there was something in my system that every day was making my eye twitching, my stress level were like the same as before the Bell's palsy. And the doctor said to me, if you don't change your lifestyle, you can have another facial paralysis, because it's like the stress levels that are like hitting your immune system, your nervous system, and producing all this. So
Right.
in that moment, I said to myself, this is not about recovering how I look, it's about being well from the inside out. And also, what am I going to have at 55? Like a heart attack? Like I was 35, imagine. And it's like incredible. Like I was, I never imagined that I will have like a Bell's palsy at that age. I was like pretty young. So for me, every day, I do my lymphatic drainage with exercises, breathing, and massages every single day in my face and in my body. Not to look good and beauty, because that's the secondary effect, but to feel good, to release the stress, to release the toxins, to release that virus that is in my system all the time. And also, I discovered that I sleep better.
Right.
I handle the stress and the anxiety so much like good. And also, there's another thing that I feel that I'm more connected with my body. So my body says to me like when I have to rest, when I have to like eat certain things. Like I became really this language with my body that is really sensitive. So I don't push it. I listen to it, and also that changed my whole energy, because when I was listening to my body instead of complaining, and instead of like having this that stress levels, I start like having more a positive like mindset, uh this energy of like what I see in the mirror, and liking myself and loving myself each and every day more.
Amazing. That's so positive, and it's so heartwarming because I mean you could have given up at any point in time, but you found a way to improve your life and to build something that's meaningful to you. I think a lot of people would. I would agree. Like if you would agree, like a lot of people would just give up, and go into like a little bit of desperate. I mean, depression and have anxiety. But what you've done is you've shown that there is a way that you can come out of this this diagnosis in a positive light.
Yeah, that's true. Like I was in a really, really dark place, but I have three kids, and I have been raised them like a single mom, so I don't have a plan B. So that means that I have to be well for them, for me, and honestly, like I think I was like living in a automatic mode, or like just like a robot before the Bell's palsy. And when the Bell's palsy hits me, it was like an eye opening of all the possibilities of like how the this place of I have to choose, like either I stay like that and depressed, or I move forward and recover, and I can do something different with my life. I can change. I can be well for me. And I think that we all got to these dark places, and we always have those two options, like stay in the same place and like quit, or really, really dig in our heart, in our gut, and
Yes.
have that strength to move forward. And sometimes your motivation can be your kids, sometimes your motivation can be yourself, sometimes your motivation can be a dream. And I said that to my followers a lot, that like may your dreams be bigger than your fears, than your depression, than your story, than all the drama that you have lived, or all the traumas that you have experienced, but don't quit. Like always find something that makes you wake up every single day, and with that you have like a tunnel vision, and you focus on that and go for it, and like there's no plan B. Just think about it, like you just have your plan A, and that's to achieve what you want, what you desire, your dreams, whatever they may look like.
No, 100%. I agree with you. Uh, Having also gone through, being in a dark space myself, a couple of years back, there was always a vision, there was always a goal that I wanted to achieve, which was coming to Canada, at that point in time. So I think that was my my focus at that point in time. Because if I think I didn't, honestly, if I didn't have something to look forward to, it would have been a very difficult road, you know, it would have been very tough for me to actually, get up and get out of my depression, and just kept on living the same toxic lifestyle that I was living. But like you said, if you have a goal and you have a vision, there's always something to look forward to, and you keep grinding and you keep building on that every single day. Even though some days it's hard, some days you don't feel like you need to, you have the energy to do so. You still get it done because you know even just a little bit of accomplishment gets you closer to your goal.
And also it's like this space where when you have this tunnel vision, like you're gonna feel lonely sometimes. Like I remember that everyone was saying that I was crazy to pursue like being a face yoga and lymphatic drainage teacher. My family was saying, you know what, that doesn't like gives you money. But I was like, maybe I can change them, and like how many people require something to connect with their body, to connect with their face, to see something that they like in the mirror instead of like complaining. And that was a dream for me, like to have awareness about how to prevent a Bell's palsy, how to prevent cancer also, because the immune system is so important to prevent cancer. And doing the massages, because when you're doing your massage, you're like always having this moment to see if there's something in your body that is like weird, and you can go to the doctor and get that diagnosis and get that treatment in the time that you need to. Because my mom had cancer when she was 55. She never complained about anything. She swallowed all the emotions, all the things that she was feeling, and when they found out that she had cancer, it was too late, and she died 3 months later. So for me, studying all this is to get the awareness in women that we can have longer like days, healthy days with our kids, with our family. We can prevent cancer. We can prevent all these diseases that are like all the time we got, because we have a stagnation in our lymphatic drainage. And that was my dream. And when you have a dream, people will say that you're crazy, that doesn't like give you like money or whatever they think. But you know better, you have it in your heart, and you just have to trust that. Because I have to acknowledge that I never looked down and I never quit. And now my business is growing so fast. It was first in Spanish, and now like I'm living my dreams in English.
Yes, yes.
So imagine everyone was saying that I was crazy. And also when I decided to come here to Canada like you, my kids were like, are you abandoning us? Because I have to leave my kids for 1 year in Guatemala in order for me to have the papers for me and for them. And everyone judged me that I was being a bad mom. Everyone judged me that I was being selfish. But I knew in my heart that this was for the best. And you are the only one who has to know that this is the right path for you. Don't try to convince anyone. Don't try to make like everyone claps for you. No one is gonna do it.
Hmm.
It's only in your mindset and you looking into your heart and feeling that call that you have, that purpose, and go for it.
No, they always say always trust your gut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so true. Sometimes we don't think about it and we go the other way instead of just trusting what we feel is right. And that's always the right answer. Whether it aligns with other people's feelings or their thoughts, it doesn't matter. But if you feel that it's right for you, you should always go with that. It's not always easy, but 99% of the time, it's always pointing you in the right direction.
Yeah, and be patient with yourself. Like there's like lows and like downs and like ups. It's everything in the path, but everything is a contribution to you. Like you never lose, you always learn. And that's something that I was always judging, that like why didn't I do that before, or like why they like don't buy my products, or why did I say this. And like when you're judging yourself all the time, imagine like instead of like having this mindset of like let's push forward, you sometimes are your worst enemy, your mind, your thoughts, like your judgments. And that's something that I work with myself every day, because our brain is trained to go back to the drama, to go back and say, like, you know what, like, you should stay where I told you, and like, you should do what they were saying. They were right and you were wrong. We're trained to have that mindset,
Yes.
and you just have to every single day acknowledge those thoughts and change them, like right away. Like when you wake up in the morning and you feel like I'm a loser, no, like stop there and like, how can I change today? What can I add to my life that brings me joy,
Right.
that brings me a new dream, that brings me my desires? Like, what can I add? Maybe it's waking up in the morning, do a meditation. Maybe it's going for a walk and like release of the stress and like connect with nature and see that all the blessings that we have around, because we don't even acknowledge that we're like breathing right now. We have this beautiful sun. Or sometimes it happens to me here in Canada that people is like, oh, it's horrible, it's snowing, it's like of snow, it's a snowstorm, it's horrible the weather. And I have so many people saying that, and I say all the time, like, for me, snow is like money, like coming from the sky. So I'm like,
Yes.
all the time I do this and like, money come, money come, money come, money come, because that's abundance. It's like you, everything flowing to your way. So you have always two ways to see life, and I
Right.
always choose to go to the prosperity, abundance, and positive side, instead of like being the person that I used to be, because I was that person that was the pessimist and the always like whining kind of girl. I was that.
No, I love it. I love it. I love your energy. It's infectious as well. And I mean, you also, like you said, you have 3 kids, and that the way you live life is the way they see you live, and also then positively impacts them on how they see the world. So I think you're doing a great job, and I always said, like, you're always like an inspiration to a lot of us, that have met you, that have spent time with you, um, and hence why, like, I thought, why not get a person who has gone through so much, speak about her story, and we can, inspire others as well.
Yeah, the thing is that we usually, as parents, say to our kids, you have to change, you have to study, you have to do this, you. And kids replicates your energy. If you go for your dreams, they will go.
Mm.
You're brave, they will be brave. If you're uh, all the time seeing this gratitude side of or mood, they will be like this gratitude about everything that they have. If you pursue your goals and they see that you don't quit, even if it's uncomfortable, even if
Yes.
you don't know the words, because I was thinking like, sometimes I say to myself, like, it's really, really hard for me to speak in English on a live or in a podcast, because I have so many things to say that I have to like the translation. And it's not easy, but I do it anyways. And it doesn't matter how it sounds. So, this about showing up to my dreams, showing up to whatever I want to create in my life, for me, for my business, for my family. That's what they're watching me to do every single
Yes.
day. So they're gonna replicate that. I don't even have to tell them study, because they will do it. I don't have to tell them, you know what, think about having a business, because now they know how is to start a business from scratch, and like with everyone against you, and they know that is possible. So what can you show your kids that is possible, but doing it you first,
Yes.
not to point at them?
No, that's so true. um, so I want to go back to technique, face yoga. So I don't think a lot of people actually know or actually practice face yoga. um, what is face yoga, and how does it improve um, the functionality, going day of every day. Like, I know yoga is, it improves your mental well-being, physical well-being. But face yoga is something that's fairly new. If you could just shed some light into like, the kind of different techniques you use, and where how easy is it someone can do it at home for themselves.
I developed a method that is called face healing method. And I put face yoga, reflexology, acupuncture, mindfulness, and lymphatic drainage all at once. Why? Because sometimes when we are doing massages, we're stimulating all the reflexology in our face and the acupuncture points. Reflexology points in our face are target to release all the stress that is in your organs. So when you're pointing, for example, here, you're pointing the liver. So this movement will release the anger, the toxins, and it will give that energy that your liver needs to produce a better work for your body, to work better. Okay.
Right.
So the reflexology is really important, but I was noticing that people were just doing it like this. And then, like, I was like, where are you? You're thinking about your kids, you're thinking about the traffic, you're thinking about your bills. So you're not connected to your face. So when I was doing everything to just like doing massages and recover, my twitching, it was because I was not doing that presence in the moment that I was. So I developed this face healing method, putting and adding this mindfulness, that attention when you're doing all the movements in your face. With this, we get to stimulate our reflexology points, the acupuncture points that are the points that boost your energy in the whole system of your body. And also, when you're moving and doing the massages, you're getting all the fluids, the toxins out of the face that is creating sometimes like the under eye circles or the nasolabials like folds that are like really pronounced, or the double chin, or if you have like spots. So when you combine all these tools in one practice, you will achieve a hormonal balance, because you're breathing inside out, and also you're stimulating your lymphatic system, and that's pumping out all the extra hormones that you have, or the excess of hormones that you have in your body. And with that, we can reduce the stress level. And when we do the massages and use our knots, we have a lot of knots here in our body, and I call them like we have a waterfall, because it's so pretty that our face has like a waterfall for all the knots to drain into our neck. And when everything is released, when you're doing your massages and taking all the directions of the lymphatic flow from the knots to the other knots, and then like draining, you will see that your face will have that perfect lifting, will have that glow, the spots will be removed, you prevent wrinkles, you soft the expression of your face. I have people that were using Botox and then they're saying like, I don't have to use anymore, or they were using fillers and they're like, oh my God, this is like better. And also they feel the circulation in your body and in your face so active, that the nutrients, the oxygens, are like coming to your body, so you can have the rosy cheeks that we certainly like lose over the years. And you produce this glow look. That's why I always say like, let's glow
Let's
in
glow.
our videos. Because that's the goal, like to have your a face that is like glowing all the time. And the lymphatic system is the one of the purposes that it has is to produce the glowy skin, not only in your face but also in your body. So if you have imperfections on your skin, it's because you have your lymphatic drainage stuck or block in some part. So if you do massages, you will see a huge improvement.
And this applies to men as well, not just women.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm so glad that you said that, because my husband has a horrible case of bruxism. That's when you have like you clench your teeth,
Ah, okay.
and it's like a muscle that is called the masseter, the one that allows us to chew. And so he's always doing this, even when he's sleeping. And when he eats, the jaw is always clenching. And
Oh,
it's really painful because it like gets like even stuck in here. And I was doing all the time like face yoga on him. There's a special buccal massage that I do on him, that you put your fingers inside, and that allows the masseter to release the tension. And also when you do face yoga, you will see and perceive that the muscles here are with less pain, like you release the pain too. So if you're a guy and you have that problem, like face yoga, face healing method is like an excellent choice. And also if you want to look younger, if you want to look healthier, and if you want to get rid of all the toxins, it's my son has like spots and like breakouts because like he's in that age,
yeah,
he's 17. So when you boost your lymphatic system, your toxins are going to be released, and it's going to prevent to have acne, eczema, also any allergies on your skin. So it's like the lymphatic system is the trash collector. So you need to boost that thing like with your hands, and it will you will see like benefits like that are so noticeable in the first 7 days if you do your face yoga.
amazing. And I'm pretty sure like you offer this in your social medias. You show the techniques, and like you have, you do sessions. Is there any way like where somebody can reach can within your socials, which social media platform, if they want to like learn the practices? Um, so if you can inform us like which of them you practically use just to like have your sessions.
I have a Instagram account in Spanish that is Carolina Jarinova, like my name, and I have an English profile on Instagram that is called The Lymphatic Queen. I have also a YouTube channel with my name, Carolina Jarinova, TikTok, and you can find me also here in Toronto. I have a spa in Sweat and Tonic and Young and Shorter and at the Well. I do lymphatic massages in person there. It could be like a full body massage, or it could be like face lymphatic sculpting. So you can choose, and I am always sharing different techniques in my reels and in my lives on how to like lift your face, your cheeks, like under eyes, for bruxism, also for body. If you like have stagnation, if you are feeling your body is like getting puffed or swollen. So every type of uh, situations, or I have for a lot of cases reels that you can see. And I also have a 7 day challenge in English and in Spanish if you want to come, that you can have your app and use your phone and do your lymphatic massage, your face healing method every single day. I always say that it's better if you do it in the morning and afternoon so you can see the results, and you can do it with your skincare in the morning and with your skincare during the night. And also, I have a teacher training for all the RMTs that is already in English, and we will have our first training in English in Toronto this
Amazing.
June 18. And I'm really excited because I have more than 153 teachers around the globe, always in Spanish, but this is gonna be the first time of our training in Toronto in English. So here we go.
Amazing. Amazing. So guys, remember I'll put in the links to all the Carolina's socials in the description below. Be sure to check her out, follow her. She's doing amazing work, and she's amazing. I can vouch for her. So check her out in the links in the descriptions below. I'll put it in there. Um, so yeah, I want to get back to just your upbringing, and your 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 youth. How is it growing up, and for most that don't know, if you can just like tell us where you're from, and what was your drive to become the person who you are.
I was born in Nicaragua, and when I was 6, we moved because of the war to Guatemala. We didn't have any family there, and my parents took us, and there was my first migration. And my parents basically didn't have anything, they had to start over. And I was raised in really, really poor conditions until my dad got his papers and he started working. And it was actually like really tough. I saw a lot of the struggle that they had. And I think that that was a big part of this thriving that I have in me, because I saw my parents to migrate to an unknown country and start, like, my dad, the first job that he had in Guatemala was pumping gas. And from there he was managing the gas station. And then they saw that he had a degree in economy in Nicaragua, so they interviewed him. And they passed through like the papers or the whatever they needed. And they saw that he was really focused on like us and providing for us, and he was a really responsible guy. So he started like working, and he achieved many things that I'm really proud of. So he built a lot of gas stations in Belize and in the US. And looking at my dad, like coming without nothing, and never like see him quit and like going for it. Like, I think that was a big lesson for me. It's like he didn't have any plan B either, because like he was always saying like, we can't even ask someone for money. So I have to be like in my best to get all the opportunities that are there, because he also had 3 kids. We were like, I have a brother, a sister that are younger than me, so I was looking all that. And I think that that's why I don't think that anything is impossible. I believe that everything is possible, no matter where you come from, and no matter your conditions, and no matter what you have seen or believe. You just have to take a choice and take that chance that is waiting for you outside the door. Like for me was, I'm so uncomfortable doing this live, I swear.
No, you're doing amazing. You're doing great.
I'm so like used to doing in Spanish, and I have to overthink the words that I'm saying. But I'm taking that chance. Like,
Yes.
I'm going for it, and I don't care. Like, like I expect that subtitles like give me justice, but I'm going for it.
No, exactly. It's the challenge, right? It's so my next point was going to be on the challenges we face. Um, and especially like in these kind of tough times in the world, like we face these challenges. You could either face up to the challenge, or you could just run away from it. Um, and I know that a lot of us have those negative thoughts at times, sometimes when we like, okay, should I jump into this or shouldn't I? But what I've learned also over the last couple of years is that even if you fail, it's okay. You've tried, you know, but you keep going. Like failure is actually the key to success. I think I learned more in failure than in victories. Because in victory, I mean, you know everything is just easy, things working. You're happy. But when you're facing a challenge and you're facing a failure, you need to go back. You need to go back to the drawing board and find out, okay, what failed, what didn't work, and how can I improve going forward. Um, so I think what my next question to you would be like, during your journey of lymphatic training and face yoga, were there any like challenges that you faced, to get to a stage where you can comfortably like share it with people?
I didn't know how to sail. So that was really challenging, because I love to do the face yoga and the lymphatic drainage. But I think that most of us, when we're like entrepreneurs, don't know how to sail. and we love what we do, and because we love it so much and it's easier for us, we think that we can ask for money.
So sales as in like monetizing it.
Yeah,
Okay,
money,
okay.
like
Oh,
selling,
okay, okay.
selling, promoting.
Right.
That was a really challenging thing for me because I was like, I think I always think that I should be doing this for free because it helped me so much with my Bell's palsy, and I feel so good, and I wish everyone will have this in their life so they can feel better with our with their bodies. That's like something that I struggle with, and another thing is that imposter syndrome that I have every single day, that I'm not good enough. Why are they buying me? Why am I doing this? Like, why are you like always wanting more? Like, in fact, right now it's like this voice in my head, like, why don't you just stick with Spanish? Why do you're doing it in English too? Like, why? And like, how many people is also having Bell's palsy that they don't know how to speak Spanish, right? So I say that to compensate the imposter syndrome. When I think I should like just stay in Spanish, I'm like, no, Bell's palsy doesn't just hit people that speak Spanish. It also hits people that speak English. So I'm like turning around and I'm saying this is my purpose again. Like, reach those people, reach that people that wants to feel better with their bodies. So you always are going to have these challenges. For me, it's like every single day I have a new one, I swear. Like they're saying that I'm tired, or like saying that, oh my God, I'm doing too much. Or there's one thing that happened a few months ago, that some mafia was just like they get to my Instagram account and they try to take it down.
Wow.
And it was because it was a system in Mexico that it was a hacker that it was asking to pay 2000 US if you want the account to be back. So he hacked my account, and he wrote to me and he said, you know what, if you don't give me the 2000, it's not gonna come back your account. And if you pay, the thing that you have to do is that it will be up again, but you have to share with all your followers that I'm the one who helped you to do
Wow.
this. And when I had this thing, I swear it was horrible because I rely on my business to maintain my kids. This is all I have. And I was like, am I going to lose everything or should I pay? And the thing that I always have is that I'm really like transparent, and I believe that everything that I say is the thing that I am. So I said to myself, I'm willing to lose everything in my accounts, but I can't post him. I can't post that he helped me,
Yes.
because that's being part of this big scam, you know?
Yes.
And it was really, really tough. That was something that it was one of my darkest days. But the feeling that owning that who I am, and that I was not going to do harm to other people, was who bring me like the strength to keep going. I talked to Instagram. Instagram finally got my account back. And then when I posted that I was being like, how do you say, like that I was being I was being, that they want me to do that or otherwise, no,
Oh, yeah. I
black,
get what you're saying.
that I was being blackmailed to
Yeah. Yeah.
post him and everything. A lot of people that were like looking at my life, they were saying, oh my God, I had the same situation and I have to post them. And there were over 200 big influencers in all Mexico that were like getting into that scam. And that thing was growing and growing because they were agreeing to
Yeah.
post him.
So
So I was the one who, like, you know
cut
what,
it off.
took it off, and I'm
Yeah.
willing to lose everything. Because the thing that we have is that we think that failure is something bad,
Yes.
and
Yes.
it's not.
No.
Failure is always a lesson. It's always something that teaches us how to become stronger, how to to mutate or how to come
Evolve, yeah.
to, yeah,
Evolve, yeah.
yeah, and like evolve, yeah, yeah, that's so an accurate word. Thank you for sharing that. Evolve, yeah. And I remember that after that thing that I thought that I lose everything, I just acknowledged that, you know what, Instagram is not me.
Hmm.
Like people that following me is not me. I am i am and that's enough, and I can like lose everything, and I will jump back and like start everything again, because I know, and I know better, like it's not me at the beginning, it's me at this stage. And I
Yes.
think that fear of losing is one of the worst thing that we have, because that's stop us of like going after our dreams.
Yes. No, that. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sure it must have been very difficult to actually, share that story, and thank you for that.
Yeah, it was really difficult, and like my husband was here, and my kids and all. I remember it was like a dark cloud in my condo, and I'm usually really positive. And that's another thing that I did many people, and believing that I was not worthy, or that I was still like in a beginner, or that I was that they have like a better thing, and that they were like more successful because they were like this or that,
Hmm.
that we usually always do. And when I found out that a lot of people that I was looking up, they were the people that was posting this scam, I was like, that was such a gift, because I acknowledged that I was willing to risk everything, that I was willing to be true to myself, and that I was willing to take a bullet so no one else
Then,
can take that bullet, you know? And that was such an incredible gift for me, because like it made me stronger, it made me realize that, you know what, you're more than enough. You're like you, and no one can take that from me.
no, exactly, exactly, and I think that's where um, community and support comes in. Like for 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 a lot of us, we think we can do things alone, uh, but we don't know the power of community and support. If you have the right support behind you, anything can be achieved. So my next point would be like to ask you is, uh, let's glow, is your brand. And I'm sure you have like a amazing community and support behind you. How do you feel having that kind of following right now, or community?
It's like makes me feel like everything that I have lived and experienced and deal with up to now was totally worth it. Because when I see the pictures, the testimonies of the things that people have received from my trainings, my classes, my reels, my words, even in my podcast or whatever that I say, it's like it's like goes to your heart, and you're like in this stage where like, like your purpose, your goals are like meant to be, that this was my calling. And it was funny, because when I started saying let's glow, a lot of people were saying like, it let's go, it's let's go, it's not let's go, why are you saying? Yeah, and I started like that in the 2019.
Right.
And after now, like after me, I keep looking at everything. It's like glow here and glow here, and everything in like in so many places. And I'm like, wow, it's like how much is like everything spreading, because one person like I had a dream of this, and like everyone just took that dream and made it for itself, and it's like growing every single day. And I swear that I have people that have said that they couldn't like be pregnant, and after my massage they balance the hormonal system and the nervous system, and now they have kids. And like other people are saying like I had a Bell's palsy and I recovered with your method, with your method. And there's other people that is saying like before I used to be so stressed and I hate my body or my face, and now like I love it. And when I came back from the on Instagram, when they like put my account down, everyone was writing. Uh, it was horrible to have a world without Carolina Jarinova's massage,
Ah,
and I'm
so
like,
sweet.
oh my god, it makes me cry again because it was really, really so deep that everyone experienced a world without the lymphatic queen.
Yes.
It was a dark one.
You bring light to a lot of people, and that's amazing. uh, Sense of accomplishment, right? You feel a sense of purpose.
Fulfillment. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. um, Thank you so much, for sharing everything that you have with me today. Is there anything like final thoughts you want to share with listeners out there? Anything that Carolina Jarinova is working on, for the future? What's next for you?
Every single day I work on and choose to be this energy. You will, if you hear me, there's a lot of things that I say like energy, 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 because that's how I think it's best described. There's this thing that you have to acknowledge, and that it helped me in the darkest places in my life, and it helps me every single day, is that first, you're not alone. The universe always has your back. If he's not giving something right now, it's because it has something better. I have proved that theory so many times because I never believe it when people were like, no, that was not meant to you.
Mhm.
Like, something better is coming. And then I'm like, I don't think so. I think something is like, why? Like, and I was like, what? The whining move and like fighting. And, but like, now that I look back, it's like, oh my God, he was so, so, so like right. This is so much better. Like I was thinking that I wanted that, but it was not. It has something better. And the other thing that I always have in my life is that I have a dream. My dreams keep changing, keeps growing, and my dreams are always, always bigger than my fears. So find a dream, make it bigger, and go for it.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much.
Gracias.
Thank you so much, Carolina. I'm sure a lot of people will be interested in listening to this this podcast and lymphatic drainage and face yoga. And I hope all the best for you in the future. And thank you so much for joining me on my podcast. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be here. And I can't wait to see it and see all the people that comment and sharing this live with anyone that needs to, and to see everyone or some like everyone in my classes either online or in person. So thank you for having me. Thank you
No,
so much.
you're welcome. Thank you guys for listening, and until the next one, see you guys. Bye.
Bye, and let's glow.
Yes.